it's made, what is this called? Heartland. In Alberta, small town out there. What's that town called? Where they film that. They make a lot of movies there. But Alberta could be Alberta Heartland all over. Things aren't working right. He's a good man. I'm going to support him. He's in the Green Party of Alberta. Oh, I shouldn't say that. He's not anti-oil, and Rachel not. Rachel was sort of in between. She was she was New Democrat, and they defeated her. But she was good. She got the darn province with best damn healthcare in Canada. So she was Heartland. But Michelle Smith's making some boo-boos. She went out and promised people they cut the tax on the automobiles and put them back in. Don't make promises she can't keep, but apparently she does to get power. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. But I can change the vibration. I'm going back to Bonnieville. I decided there's some nice places up there. It's affordable. Doc says you're crazy. You must be a manic or something. No, I looked at the phone in my hospital room there, Doc, and I don't know if that's crazy, but I'm a man that knows economics, and the price of rent up there is cheaper. It's outside of Calgary, Edmonton. It's a nice little town. Everybody says it sucks there. Everybody says it sucks everywhere you go, yeah. I heard some First Nations. I'll tell you what, they're angry. Oh, yeah. Green Nation's stealing trucks and everything. Why did he do that? Why is everybody angry around here? Yeah? Why? Anger. Because of repressive societies. And 563 years of Indigenous things. But I'm not saying every First Nations person is like that. They just want peace and they want livelihood. So I'm a life coach and I've got a plan. And I think I'll make me money. I'll make them more really wealthy, good jobs. They need jobs, First Nations, at what they're good at. They're very skilled craftsmen people. I want to make saddles and tack up there and empower them. I know the Alberta government is begging for this stuff to help the First Nations. Because if you don't make fun of, give them power. I don't mean gun power. I don't mean stealing truck power. I mean jobs that they feel good doing and they really put a lot of gratitude into and make good money. I look at India. They're making beautiful saddlery and it's cheaper. They were using microloans. There is a program in Canada called Viva. We entrepreneurs put money into it as we're building money and they go out and make microloans. Well, Lakeland's easy to work with. Lakeland Development and First Nations, Green Nation up there. Look at the amount of tannery and leather and cattle out there. A lot. Am I a cool vegan? No. I'm just a guy that sees that as an after product of meat eaters. Gotta get along with meat eater. And I'm not attacking that. I don't want to attack anything. But that hide can make saddles. We gotta start producing saddles. You should see the price of saddles in I look down the state of Florida. $8,000 for a European saddle. It's got to be imported. They're using good tannery, but that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of money. I think First Nations people, Cree Nation, they got good jobs. Teach them they got so many gifts, so much talent in this handmade leather work, maybe show saddles, everything, racing saddles, every mold. So where am I getting these ideas? Well, he hasn't got any money and he wants to bring his son into Canada to learn be a good engineer in software development, but he's a saddle maker. He's always arguing with people, but he's a good man. I want to offer him a thing in this job. He makes money and it keeps on coming in. He's a shareholder. He owns so much of this company. But he comes in and teaches these First Nations because he's taken every mold of saddle, equestrian, western, racing saddle. He can make anything. But he's been struggling. I got a girl there from LinkedIn, made the promise. You know how people back out on promises. She just deserted those men. They have no back at work in the factories, but they had an ambition. And I said, what's your goal, sir? My son gets ahead. And that's the way people from India are. They love their sons to be successful. I met a young man from India. He couldn't get a place to live in Calgary. He was going nuts. And he's a nice guy. Red skin, black skin, brown skin man. Good guy. And he loved music. So he learned something. He loved music. He'd like to learn to play guitar. Good. You're in horse country, you're in cowboy country. There's lots of guitars. Guitar builder up there on the other side of Calgary. I can get guitars. Get one custom built. A lot cheaper than anywhere. Because Alberta had a good economy and they're trying to contain it. Stealing trucks cost money. Mounties here'd like to get those anger out of those people. They're not all angry. They just want, shifting the energy over so they can get money. Have nice houses. They don't have to go into gambling and be a dirty Indian. I shouldn't use that word. She says she's high to glass. She says, "You got dirty Indian there?" No, I don't think so. He just makes money in gambling, and we don't do that here. What do? You poor? You're just making money. She calls him a dirty Indian. I don't think you should. The Indian wars are over, sister. Shouldn't have that. You're high to glass, and he's Ojibwe. I don't care. He's making money. He puts good concerts on up there. He's hit Led Zeppelin. He's had a lot of great bands. I don't think he's dirty. Is gambling dirty? Tobacco. Well, Wendell Berry talked about it. He's a tobacco farmer, made money. Is it dirty? It's just making a living. Is oil dirty? I don't know. Well, it is when you say we're proud racist Albertans when we spit in people's faces. That's not good. It's a bad Albertan. Good Albertan says, I'm proud Albertan. So it's the White Rose country. I make good money, I appreciate it. But they can live their lives too, You don't have to say I'm a proud Albertan racist and spit in Muslim women's faces. Well, that's a song up in Edmonton. That's terrible. But this is what's going on, this anger in defense of oil sector and defense of. So she shut down. She did a complete moratorium. Danielle Smith, she did a moratorium just recently. The people of Alberta said we need more renewables. Oh hell, the hydros are going to be expensive. They don't bring it up, but people got a voice inside. And some people were saying we were making money on these renewable sectors. She just shut them all down. Well, I don't know how long she'll last unless she mediates, and now she took the gas tax off. That won't make the Albertans. That was a promise. So what's going to happen? It's the power to the people, and Albertans talk, and they're going to say, "Why? Well, she's First Nation." She says, "Why you bring that evil woman in here?" That evil woman, that magic woman. I'm not running down, but she's doing some crazy things. Jordan, he's in the Green Party of Alberta. Now, is he pushing oil out? No. He's talking common sense to get education cheaper, get people's housing. He's making sense. He's a good young Albertan using some political values. But I had a guy come on. He was attacking me. Yeah, that's all right. I was listening to him. He says that's Justin Trudeau. This is a real fascist extreme view. He said Justin Trudeau's daddy was a communist because he hanged around Fidel Castro. Well, Jesus Christ was judged that way too. You remember that? He touched the prostitute. Oh, that's the Pharisees look at. That's so wrong. Under God, there's no wrong. It's just love, forgiveness, and ascension. How's the prostitute going to become a godly woman? It's not going to be by pulling on the reins of life. See, I really think Jesus was teaching kindness. I think the parables from the Mount, they got all told in a way. That's what's happened to the world. It got into what I call ideology, not God. And I think it's in every religion. What was his name? He's Mormon. Yeah, it was. So he saw Jesus come to the indigenous people of North America. Or Joseph Campbell. Oh yeah, there's been things about the Mormons. They were they were what do you call it? Having a lot of wives and stuff, but not all of them. There's Calgary. There's got a Mormon churches. They came up from Salt Lake City and populated Alberta. Alberta's sort of populated by Cree Nation Trail Tears across the border. Came up. It's always been that way. Gotta let go of that past. She's got ancestral trauma. She told me. The cavalry came in and they slaughtered or killed their horses and they froze in the snow just coming up to the Canadian border years ago. A lot of pain there. She wants to come up to Canada and do equine assisted therapy. I don't know where she is. She called me up from North Virginia. She's First Nations. Soul driving along. I said, I called somebody up. I got some guy. Do I sound like a guy? I'm driving my truck because I got horses in the back. Why? Because the government came in. What did they do? Well, it was land given to us. And I had equine assisted therapy program there. And they back taxed it. It was 150 years in the trust. Somebody rewrote it off the land. Lost the ranch. So you gotta get the horses out of here. I want Ontario, Alberta, or somewhere. Get away from here. Well, yeah, it's pretty hard because they've sold all the land off. What was her name? She was having a hard time. I don't want to live with you, Greg. Good. Yeah. Because I don't like men much. I don't know what you're like. I just want a tiny house off that and build a reserve up there. And then I can run my horses. That sounds all right. It's nice to have separate houses. There's a couple there. They're gypsies of England. They come over and have a cup of tea and maybe cohabitational fun. And then she goes back to her tiny house and they never fight over things. Yeah. It's just, I don't want to get into it. But they are a couple, but they live in separate abodes. I think a woman needs that. I think a woman needs that. I'm not saying I want to get in a relationship with her, but she's a nice woman. But she needs space. Every woman needs space, needs free reign. So she wants to build those tiny houses or modular homes. I mean, they're building them up there. They got container cargo, all those things off the ships up in Edmonton. You can buy them and mold them into really nice houses. I'm a man that believes in low density. I don't really like the high density stuff. Yeah, Tom came over to the guy here in VEI, Prince Edward Island. He says, "What are you carrying a can of gas for, Tom? I'm going to burn down that fence you put up." "Why are you going to do that, Tom?" "Fences don't make neighbors." That's a good one, yeah. What's neighborly? Well, when you're on a country road, you wave like this. Hello. Hello. Driving the truck, neighbor down the yard ways not bothering you. Got his chainsaw going about 3-4 miles away. It doesn't really bother you. But in the city, there's a different type of wave. It's two hands on it's two fingers, the birds up like that. One foot on the horn, the other foot on the accelerator. That's the city wave like that. Country wave like that. You got my truck. Hello, neighbor. And motorcycles used to have a wave like that, when you're riding your Harley and riding off, or put your hand up. And it's just sort of a greeting. And that's the way life goes. It's nice to have a nice wave. Hey, hello. Instead of this wave, the anger wave, the birdie. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose and never stop from there, because everybody's giving everybody the bird lately. It's the COVID virus, and people don't know what to do. They've got a pandemic, and they lost their home. Business went down, but they come up. Weeds grow and die, but they're still angry. So I've never seen this. It's just as crazy out there. Oh, well, yeah. Well, by giving people the bird when they're turning off and slowing down, of course they have to slow down. They could go flip the car over. No, you can't do that. You can't slow down. Go in the store over there, and I said something to him. He says, "I need a pack of cigarettes." I'm so upset. The COVID's really shut things down. So, how long have you not smoked, sir? 5 years. You're going to give it up because you're mad, upset. But I saw the COVID. I had hardships. I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't get my pension in. But the curse, yeah, for a while. I calmed down. Their horse and the kicking horse will calm down. Didn't want to wear a mask everywhere when I didn't believe in it. No, I saw people die. So I got a vaccine. I'm not fighting anybody. Okay. Resistance is futile, and anger is nothing. So I listened to people and said, "That's fake." Wished it was, but people have died. So when I was born, I look back. I was born that day the polio vaccine came out. Remember that? 1955. People were living in iron lungs. It was horrible. Children. Joni Mitchell went through that when she was a young girl in Saskatchewan. So she had problems with her fingers playing guitar. So she retuned everything, to make bar chords and really get good at it. Sometimes I don't like word disability. I call that ability. And that just changed the music. Open tunings, they were incredible. She sang a song, they told her, go up, write a nice song, Joni. Okay. She goes down to 7-Eleven. He was standing in line up. I'm going to write a song about something I read about. She read a tabloid about the girls in Ireland. And they said, Johnny, that's not a nice song. Well, but that's what I read, and it inspired me. It's called Magdalena's Laundry. I think she's a woman's woman. And I talked to a lot of young women. We love her music. She was playing with the Judds and everything when she's older, but she's still a young heart. So she went down, and it was the Magdalena Laundry. And Joni said, it was about these land priests in Ireland that had sexually raped these young women. And of course, they're left to pay off the debt of being single moms. They worked in a laundry cleaning clothes. So she wrote a song about it with her heart. Because that's what music expresses. She went down to the shore and sat there and listened to every bird. She took every bird's frequency she heard in pitch, reaching that guitar. I'll tell you, she did the song in a group of women, and they listened. It was their song. Somebody said on LinkedIn, that's a good man. He said, where does Joni Mitchell stand for women's rights? In the middle, I'd say. She's promoting women that have made it in life, like Amelia. Beautiful song about Amelia Earhart. She's promoted a lot of things. The days and the nights they took away the parking lot. Do. Freeman Paris. Some beautiful music. I'm a woman of the world. I'm not a woman of Canada. I'm a woman of the world because I see one world. Joni Mitchell, great woman. Smoke like a chimney. Joni was a painter and an artist, and she transcended it to beautiful music, but she still was an artist. So Joni went and spent 2 years in the Northland in solitude, painting, and being creative. So is solitude an enemy? See, it's the way we train loneliness is that we can label it loneliness. Jack Kerouac, The Call of the Wild. Solitude's a friend if we label it right. And she says, there's nothing about affirmations. This girl on here says, you're always, I got to take pills and stuff. I took them. They never did any good. Because it's the bulb ball in there. See, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing really wrong with you. You're just sensitive. And you're down, right? You're down. So you got a lot of garbage you got to let go of. That's to raise the vibration. Maybe it is affirmations. Maybe it's cognitive behavioralism. Maybe it's many things. There's a lot of holistic therapists out there that just don't go to sit down. I don't want to say anything, but drug companies are not really geared to making you well. They're made to make profit. And what I've seen is weight gain. And somebody says like a Band-Aid effect. I think it is. I think it's taking a pill all the time and never transcending off them. Happiness is the problem. So I believe mental illness or depression isn't a mental illness, it's a mood. There's many moods. There's anger, and it's a mood. Think of anger as a mood. When we let go of the anger, it doesn't feel bad. When we're depressed, we can't get out of it. I know, I've been there. I burned out doing a job. Too much stuff for a highly sensitive man. We're molded in our world. I don't think it's DNA. There's a bit of replication of the DNA strand being adjusted with ancestral trauma. So I could take it two ways. I was part Aboriginal on my mother's side, Australian. I could take it and hate everything. Not all Aboriginals are doing that. But it is in the DNA. They were called the lost generation. They were taking them away from their parents. But they had a day of healing, and we got to always focus on the day of healing, which was we are sorry. And people wept that day, and that's part of the healing process of successive governments of colonialization hurting the Australian Indigenous people. We are sorry. Well, that's the first part of healing. If you say to your wife, and you have a fight, I'm sorry, honey. She went, oh. And you just got to keep that going and put the love behind it. Because sorry doesn't cut mustard. A lot of people say they're sorry, but they don't mean it. You know what I mean? So the word's the word. That's the problem with the word. It's just a word. But when we put love behind everything, it's better. So there's a lot of anger. Oh, hell yeah. Look at look at her. She's already cut back on the stop renewables, whole moratorium. And she'll tell you there's bad. Well, there are people who were working in that field and say it was good. Raymond, Alberta built their whole city on renewable energy, independent system. Is it a scam? You decide. Anyways, there was jobs going out in Edmonton, all gone. She's locked that down. She's also backed on her promise. She can't. They're taking the tax off gas. Jorgen Peterson's starting to get to the point he's saying stupid things. Now, my take on this is these repressive people, or give him a dog a rope and he'll hang himself. And that's what's happening. And the peaceful people, they'll get ahead, and the new earth and the better world will come in. That's what I believe. I really believe things will change. And she's talking about it on here too. I forget her name, Elsa. She's really good. Should listen to her talks. I forget her name. She's on here. She talks about this new earth rising, and I can see it because I broke the pain of the collective consciousness around me because it's so intense. Right now, it is so intense. I don't want it anymore. You can go down with it, you're kicking cars. You're so angry. I don't blame you in some ways, but it's just is it the world that's gone down? No, it's social media. It's hate. It's a collective. It's a collective. Look on here. Anger with women, anger with men, ideology. Yeah, there's a lot of talk I hear about older men dating younger women. Well, it's quite common. It's not, as long as they're legal. But when you say I'm a father and I don't want him dating her, well, let her date that guy there. He won't treat her right. Guess who's coming to dinner? A Sydney Poitier dating a white girl. That was taboo. And it came out, and I get cut a lot of taboos. There's a lot of white men, black men with white women, white black women with white men. Yeah, don't burn down houses. I hope. I don't think anything's so taboo if it's under the law and it says it's legal. Depends on your age. If you're underage, then that's very taboo. It's a judgment. And it has no place. Some people are coming into this earth a lot older than me in spiritual wisdom and awakening. So I meet these younger women, and they are very in depth. So what is it? It's an open playing field. I don't. All the lies going on there. These guys jealous, and I can't get dates. Ronnie Wood married Sally. Ronnie's 76. Sally's now 46. A lot of age gap there. But there's a lot of hate and blame, and they just got through it. They love each other. It's about money. I think that you're framing things the way you see it. A lot of men do that. They frame rich man, young woman. Ronnie Wood's a great guy. You know, maybe she loves him. See, you're putting the icing on the cake and you can't see it. You're just seeing the icing. You're not seeing the inner essence of anything. That's the way we think with judgments. There's no judgment with God. Okay? Quit blaming everybody. Have a good day.